Hey, how y'all doing? This is Mongo Slade, and today we're going to talk about what my beef is with Survivor Series. So I basically got two or three beefs with Survivor Series. My number one beef with Survivor Series is that there are no stakes. There is nothing on the line. So what if Raw beats SmackDown this year? So what? What is gained? What is lost? Nothing is gained. Nothing is lost. There's no reason for the champions to even want to be involved in this other than bragging rights. But they don't really even talk about who won or who lost. Like, uh, sure, Shayna Baszler won the Survivor Series match for NXT the year before in 2019. So what? I mean, what did it really do? It quote unquote legitimized NXT. Doesn't mean anything. So what? Didn't matter. And I saw some people say, well, NXT is not going to be involved this year. They must cannot care about NXT anymore. It's like, dude, there's a pandemic. They don't want to bring 50 other people in the building and have to worry about testing all of these other people. I mean, come on, smart marks need to be a little bit smarter. But anyway, there's no stakes. There's nothing on the line. Now, for me, I see that it could be fun. Like, you could create something that would make it fun. And how you would do that is there's a concept in college football. There's rivalries, right? I was thinking about, I think recently, it might have been over the weekend, the University of Michigan and the University of Minnesota played a football game, American football. For people who are outside the United States, I know I have multiple listeners from other countries. There's rivalries in college football. And in these rivalries, they would get something. Like for Michigan and Minnesota, it would be the Little Brown Jug. This has been a thing since 1909. It's been a tradition. Since 1909, these two teams have played for this Little Brown Jug. And the Little Brown Jug was a little 30-cent water jug that a University of Michigan coach bought and took with him to Minnesota. And they played a game. In the game, Michigan was winning the game 6-0. And then out of nowhere, Minnesota scored a touchdown. And their fans got so excited that they rushed the field because they thought they were going to lose. They rushed the field. And then the game was called a draw, 6-6. And in the hubbub, the coach left his water jug. So one of the coaches from Minnesota found the jug and wrote the score on the jug, Michigan 6, Minnesota 6. And he kept it for 3 years. And then they thought it would be fun. The Michigan coaches thought it would be fun to come back and win the game. I think it might have been 1903 that this happened. Because I think they said they didn't play each other for 6 years. But in 1909, they played for the cup, for the jug. And then they play for the jug every year. They're in the same conference. They play each other once a year. The winner gets the Little Brown Jug. Like, it's something so small, yet it's fun. People look forward to it. The players can have fun with it. The crowd has fun with it. The announcers have fun with it. Everybody can have fun with it. It's a fun tradition. Why don't WWE have fun traditions like that? You don't need that much. You could even, I get that people are cynical, and if you tried to create it, they'd be like, oh, you just forget it next year anyway. Or it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, but people like traditions. That's why people don't want you finger fucking the Royal Rumble every year, changing how many people are in it, or having Royal Rumbles in the middle of June because we in Saudi Arabia or something stupid like that. People like to have their Royal Rumble in January. That's why people like the King of the Ring. People liked the tradition, right? And for a long time, the Survivor Series was being absolutely butchered. The tradition of the Survivor Series, they had taken an axe to it. There were no Survivor Series matches. It was basically just another show, no different than any other show. This show is unique. But the problem with it is they keep marketing it as WWE's AllStar Game, where they're 5 best of Raw, wrestle the 5 best of SmackDown. All the champions of Raw defend or fight against all the champions of SmackDown. It's like, that's all great. That's all fun. That's excellent marketing. But what's on the line? Nothing. You gain nothing. You lose nothing. You win nothing. Nothing. There's nothing there. So it doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything. It's difficult to get excited because the teams aren't wacky enough. And then when you have these teams, they almost always book these matches where these people just argue about who the captain is. The women are going to argue about who the captain is. The men are going to argue about who the captain is. And then the way that they book these matches, that's my number two problem, is that they always book Survivor Series matches like shit. And what I mean by that is they'll take some time to get the first elimination, but then they'll do like rapid succession eliminations after that. You'd be like, oh, he hit his finish. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this guy's been eliminated. And then as he's celebrating, some dude comes in the ring, rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. And you'd be like, what? Like, what the fuck? Why are we not slowing down, telling a story, doing something interesting? And then they do the unconscionable sometimes, where they'll just make the match all flat out fucking boring. Like the DX Hardy Boys CM Punk match when they wrestled Johnny Nitro, Rated RKO, and 2 other guys who I don't remember. I think it might have been Mike Knox, because he was eliminated in like 30 seconds. 10 seconds he was eliminated. Like, that's not fun. Like, when the baby faces are dominating like that, that's not fun. That's not fun. I don't care about that. You know, like, you can make these matches fun. You could stretch them out, tell a story. Like, you have 10 people in the match. You can make that fun. You could tell stories. They did it in the 2019 Royal and Survivor Series, where they kind of put over Keith Lee a little bit. I don't see them doing that this year, because almost, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they don't. Maybe they do it in 2020, but I don't see nobody really getting over. You know, the Survivor Series match is an opportunity, just like all these matches are opportunities to really showcase somebody. They did a great job with Dolph Ziggler that year, where he got rid of the Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. That was fantastic, because it had stakes. There was something to gain. There was something to lose. You know, that was really the last time the Survivor Series, the single Survivor Series match, felt important. Now it's kind of like, okay, who wins, Raw or SmackDown? It's like, so, you know, yes, they win. So what? What do you get? You don't get anything. So I can't get excited about it, because I don't care, you know. Also, we do need. I miss the wacky babyface teams. That, you know, like the what was it, the Warriors team? We had like, it was Warrior and the Road Warriors and the Modern Day Warrior. You know, and it was like, that was amazing. That was fun. You know, it was an iconic team. You know, they don't even do iconic teams anymore. It's just like slapdash dudes together. You know, it's like slapdash teams thrown together. And they're going to start doing the invasions soon, where SmackDown's going to invade Raw and Raw's going to invade SmackDown. It's like, so what? And then this makes it even worse. If we're being honest, you have people, the draft just took place, right? So you have people who literally just got moved to this brand, defending this brand. The New Day, for instance, they're the Raw Tag Team Champions. They literally been on Raw 3 weeks, two or 3 weeks. Why do they have any allegiance to Raw? They have no allegiance to Raw. So why should they care about winning? They shouldn't care about winning. They should only care about winning because they're the champions, and, you know, the baby faces, so they have pride. So that's what they're fighting for. They're fighting for their pride. That ought to be fun. New Day versus the Street Profits ought to be fun. But, you know, and that's a big match. You know, that's a big match. It's kind of a dream match if you're a tag team guy. I really look forward to it. But I really don't want to see the Street Profits lose. I really don't want to see New Day lose. And I certainly don't want them to lose a match where nothing is gained. You know, it's not like the Street Profits win and all of a sudden they're the double tag team champions? No. They just get to say, we beat the New Day. And they say it for 2 weeks, and then 3 months later, people forgot because they're trapped in a feud with somebody else. It's not fun. They can make these things fun. They just choose not to, which is even more frustrating. So I had a fantasy booking idea. And my fantasy booking idea was that you could take the 5-on-5 concept. It has 2 ideas. And I was thinking about maybe going back to the rivalry, where you do something like you create the Chairman's Championship, like the Vince McMahon trophy, where it's like a championship belt, but it's like multicolored. It's like blue and red, like half blue, half red, with like a W on it or something like that. And he presents it to the winning team. And, you know, those guys get to celebrate, and they have like a little trophy that they can put on the mantle every year. Like, this is how many uh, or maybe even have banners, which might be fun. Like, like a football team might have a banner, like, are they championships on the wall? Like, you could do something like that where every year they break out the banners where you have SmackDown 1, 2005, 2006, 2018. Like, that could be fun to make it seem like it's real teams battling against each other. Like, that could be really fun. But they won't do anything like that. They won't do something like that to really give you that sports all-star game feeling. They won't do it. And that's the thing about all-star games. All-star games are fucking boring. Because you don't win anything, you don't lose anything. There was for a long time, like, the NFL has the Pro Bowl, right? But there have been people who automatically, oh, I'm injured, because they don't want to play in the Pro Bowl. Because the Pro Bowl is a useless game. So they fucking score 100,000 points. Nobody wants to play defense. So it doesn't matter. Nobody want to get hurt. So people have been backing out of the Pro Bowl game. They haven't done. I don't think they've gotten that far in the NBA All-Star Game yet. But this is what WWE this is their All-Star Game. But they don't make it feel like an All-Star Game. They have guys wrestling against each other. Like the Sheamus and Matt Riddle match was fantastic. But why can't they both be on the team? You have 5 spots. Why can't they both be on the team? That's silly. It's silly. You have to give me. I get that you're trying to justify one person on the team and not another, but pick your 5 best guys, your 5 All-Stars against the All-Stars of SmackDown. That would make sense. Why not do something smart? If you have to have champion versus champion, just have all the champions on one team. Roman plus the New Day plus Lashley. And you can't put Asuka, so you have to do something else. Maybe the 24/7 champion or something against Roman plus the Street Profits plus Sami Zayn and somebody else. Or one extra person on each team instead of another champion. That would be fun. That would be fine. That would be a way of you being able to. You could eliminate the main champions by disqualification or count out or something like that. They don't have to hang a loss on them. That could be like a real all-star game. And that could be fun. But there needs to be stakes. There are no stakes at the Survivor Series. There is no... And I made a video called The Importance of Stakes. I also made a video called The Importance of Desire. Neither one of those takes place here. Because none of the titles are on the line. So nothing's gained. Nothing's lost. You come out of it with a little bruise on your bruised flower. You're still a champion. You lost to another champion, so they didn't mean anything. You weren't hurt by the loss because you lost to another champion. And nothing. So here was my pitch. My pitch to make the Survivor Series better. My idea was to have the 5-on-5 match. You have the qualifying matches. 5, let's say Raw. Let's say Raw wins. Raw wins the Survivor Series 5-on-5 match. All 5 members of the Raw team will then be guaranteed a championship match at, a contract match at TLC, a contract ladder match. It'll be those 5 men. The first one to grab the contract wins. If he grabs the contract, he can now challenge the WWE champion at the Royal Rumble. That way you've linked all 3 of these pay-per-views together. So Survivor Series lets you know these 5 guys are on the horizon for a title shot. And then you get to TLC and you got this one dude. Now he's going to get a title shot at the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble itself is the draw. So you can actually take an opportunity to make somebody in that type of situation and not have to worry about whether it's going to draw viewers or not, because people are going to come to see the Rumbles. You can make this fun. The idea that the King of the Ring could be linked to SummerSlam. It's common sense for people. People love that stuff. People love traditions. But WWE loves taking a fucking hatchet to their traditions. For years, they took a hatchet to the Survivor Series where it didn't mean anything. It happened. And I even heard, in the past, they was talking about getting rid of it. It's because there is no desire. There's no stakes there. You have to build stakes. You have to tell me that something is going to happen if SmackDown loses. You have to tell me that something's going to happen if Raw loses. Now, you could do something silly, like maybe put somebody's hair on the line. Have a Raw versus SmackDown. The losing team has to shave the winning team, the loser team's head or something like that. I mean, I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying it has to be something. You know, it just has to be something. But they won't put anything on the line because they suck. But thank you guys for listening. Let me know what you guys think about Survivor Series. Are you as frustrated as I am about the format, about the way they put things together? If so, let me know. If I'm wrong, let me know. I will be doing some Survivor Series match commentaries. I've decided I'm going to do it because I really love those old Survivor Series matches, and there's some of them I really want to talk about. So be on the lookout for that. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, donate to the channel if you can. Thank you guys for all of your time and your support, and I'll talk to you guys later.